All right, guys, let's talk about business. Let's talk about industrial business, manufacturing business, which is my background. My background is especially hydraulics, which is a very, very, very close related to industrial sales. And there's a lot of there's bad times right now, and there have been bad times before, but there is a way on how to grow and stay alive. A lot of people, a lot of businesses are trying to stay alive in the manufacturing world, industrial sale, distribution. Even if you work as a maintenance guy, or even if you work as a sales guy, there's a lot of people taking a lot of hits, and we're gonna talk about how to grow the industrial business. Before I get into that, though, however, there's a disclaimer over here. I have not exercised since a little bit before March. March, I went to an industrial trade show, and I have not done any exercises, and my body has taken a hit, losing muscle like crazy. Just started biking on my bicycle about a week ago, and this is the fourth time I tried this route, and every time I stop. So I'm trying to get a little bit back in shape. Recently, I'm gonna have an inventory of dumbbells, quick variable weight selection dumbbells that hopefully is gonna help me stay in shape. They're pretty good, so I'm getting an inventory of them, and I'm gonna be using some of them. I'm gonna put a picture in the video below, on the description. If anybody wants to check it, I will have an inventory of it to help me work out during this time, and hopefully regain some of the muscle loss that I've been having. So it's pretty good stuff. So if you guys want to see it, so let's go back talking about business, guys. I think. I mean, I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it, but there's a lot of people losing business. There's a lot of people going from one job to another, and I mean, the best way that I can say, man, it's like there's not very bright people in high places. There's often you find there are no very bright people in high places, and they're losing business because they don't know how to adapt. The big companies has a bigger basket, and they can offer a lot of stuff, and they can survive the bad times, and they buy, let's say, medium-sized companies. It's the medium-sized manufacturers, industrial manufacturers, as far as industrial products that you're gonna supply to an end user, to a manufacturing place. And a lot of these medium guys are going under. And I think the reason why they're going under is because they could just downsize. Let's say downsize, very different than selling out, selling their place to somebody else. And the way to do it is through synergy. It's a word that maybe you guys heard somewhere before, in a movie or in a presentation about something. But the big corporations, they utilize all of their products, all of their divisions, to get somewhere and start selling their products to somebody else, And the smaller guys, they fail to have or the medium guys, the medium manufacturer people, which they're only surviving with one product or a couple products, they fail to have that synergy. Look at this tunnel. Yeah, I'm going over the highways. I think that's 696 in Michigan. So the medium companies, they fail to have that synergy, and the reason is because they have roadblocks that they put on themselves, I say. You know, they don't necessarily think outside the box. And I'm gonna give you an example. You know, I do business with manufacturers, and I have a distribution channel. My distribution channel is pretty sizable, you know, and I have people from different areas. And what I see often from medium-sized manufacturer, from people, even the big guys, is that they say, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. Yeah, try not to mention so many names, so many specific products. But let's say if somebody has a mechanical product that is related to hydraulics. Sometimes it's sold with hydraulics, sometimes it's not. You know, and if somebody comes and say, well, what is your experience with this mechanical product? And if somebody say, well, not much experience, you know, I mean, I know a very little bit about it, but you know what, I have a marketplace that it can be marketed to people that I know, and you have a good opportunity there, you know. And a lot of people are like, nah, you know why? Because this is a very technical product. You know, that word is always coming out. This is a very technical product, and you're just not gonna be able to handle it, you know. And yes, you got all these guys, you know, and all these people in areas, in fields, in customers that we do business with, but we just supply something different, you know. And so a lot of people, they put this barrier over here. They do not think outside the box. Now, something interesting about companies that are getting a little bit bigger, you know, it's coming to the point where very few companies are going to own the whole market, you know. And maybe you've seen this before or not, but when a company gets big enough that they have different products, there's no way in the world that somebody's gonna go to school. It doesn't matter how many years, they're not gonna learn, they're not gonna come out with all the diplomas and all the degrees that is coming from each discipline. Electrical, mechanical, industrial, mobile machinery and stuff like that. There's no way that you're gonna get somebody with all a bunch of disciplines that your products offer. You know, even if it's a mechanical product that is different from another mechanical product. You're not gonna find somebody that is gonna know everything. And what a lot of these companies are doing, they're doing inside training to their employees, and so that they can know all of this range of products that they can offer to a customer base, you know. And that's the synergy that the large corporation have. All these products from different fields coming together in one basket and being offered to people, you know. And even a manufacturer at a distribution level, we only distribute hydraulics, which I come from hydraulics, right? And I see that, we only distribute hydraulics, we don't do electrical stuff. Why not? Why don't you do it? You know, I mean, it's business. It's business. If you're gonna stay in hydraulics, you're gonna die. because that's it. That's the only product that you offer. You know, so you have to have some synergy, and a way to get the synergy from smaller guys is that to open up their minds, to open up their opportunities, to think outside the box, and to work with people. When I say work with people, I said that you're not always going to have somebody who's going to know everything. I'm going to give you an example. And I seen it in Detroit, and I seen it in South America, and I seen it in Canada, and I seen it every place that I've been doing business in. I seen it from the successful companies at this distribution level. These guys need to reach as many people as they can. And I'll tell you this, they get straight up hustlers. You know, I mean, they get people that know nothing about engineering, nothing about industrial stuff. Some, not all of them, but some of them. Some of the salespeople. And you know what? And these people get to be successful. They get to be successful. They get somehow in their lives, you know, because nobody's going to grow up and say, you know, I want to do industrial sales. You got to be exposed somehow to learn about it when you don't come from it. You know, a lot of people, they get some jobs, they get some stuff because they seen it before. You know, you got to have the opportunity to see it somewhere and to pick it up. People that come with no engineering degrees, with no technical skills, somehow they get in the business and they hustle. They learn it on the fly. All these products, all these technical products, they're savvy enough to learn it, to know enough to offer it, to discuss it, to offer pros and cons and benefits, and they get to be successful, and they get to sell it. So when somebody says to me, no, this person just doesn't have the experience, this person just doesn't have the knowledge, this person just doesn't have the background, and yet this person may be doing business with something different, with the same type of customers that you might want. And so that is the roadblock on how all of these small people, all these medium people, they don't advance because they don't open their mind to other opportunities, to other people, to hustlers that they can get the products in and they can sell it. And so that you open your market in a much bigger way, even in a much bigger way than a corporation would, than a big corporation would. It has their synergy, you know, because I've seen some of the bigger companies. They have electrical products, they have mechanical products, they have hydraulics, they have pneumatics, and so they have a lot of stuff. But even them limit themselves to stay within those products, because those are the products that they want to sell, those are the products that they have, and those are the products that feed their distribution. And some of the distribution, they stay within that range of product, you know, instead of even expanding more. So the distributor, the smaller guy that expand to get into different areas, is the one that is going to survive the most. Is the one that is going to survive the downsizes. You know, is the one that he may downsize, but he's not going to go completely under. I've seen so many companies just sell because they cannot stay alive, and they don't open their mind to people. You need people. You know, corporations, they need people. It's not just the product. They have the product, but if they don't have good people behind it, they're not gonna do anything. And the same thing with smaller companies. You you can have people behind you, good people. And the more people that you get, the more people that you put yourself together with, the more success that you're going to have and the better opportunities you're going to have to compete against the large corporations. So that's the way to survive it, I would say. Now this is interesting on this this little thing. This ride I only done it like this is the fourth time I do it. It's been three times before. I had to walk a few times to this one, but interestingly enough, that in this one I have not walked. I would have walked already on this line over here. Now we're going downhill, and we're moving. So it's I'm getting a pretty good workout over here on just a bike. So hopefully after I get back, sooner than later, I would hope I'm going to have my weightlifting stuff and start pumping some iron as well, man, because I got no muscle left. So going back to business. I work in industrial sales. My background is hydraulics, it's electrical, it's a little bit of pneumatics, and I got to learn some mechanical products. And as far as electrical, even though I have a background somewhat in electrical, it wasn't too much deep enough, I would say, to pick up some other electrical products. And if I wouldn't have worked at one point in my life at a large distributor guy with a large distribution company that offer all of these products, I would too be intimidated to get out of my comfort zone. You know, like what is this, a servo motor? I never done a servo motor. I never understood how it worked or anything, because I was never exposed to this. Excuse me. It kinda pains me to see the effort that I'm doing here just to get past this little hill over here. I would have walked that one. I haven't walked it yet. So with this experience that I had, that I was exposed to all of these sort of products, it kind of opened my mind that the world doesn't have to be as small as the one thing that you study to do business with. Your vision can get bigger, your product offering can get bigger, and it doesn't have to be something that is exactly on your background, you know. So don't be intimidated by another product. That's for a person that has the possibility to expand their business. And if you are a manufacturer, for example, and you want to expand your distribution channels, well, okay, I tell you, you gotta do business with me. You know, if you're an industrial guy, you have a product that is going towards an end user market, manufacturing places, and you want to expand your business, you gotta come with me and my people. You know, my people, my guys that do business all over for everything. It's not necessarily your product. They may not know your product, But then there's training for things like that, you know. I gotta tell you, man, so many people have lost opportunities because they don't have the synergy and they've never been exposed to that. Their world is small and they cannot see any farther, and that's why there's a lot of people going out of business, and that's why it also benefits some of the small guys. It also benefits some of the small guys. You know, I don't know what this world is gonna go up to. You know, if one day one corporation is gonna own the world or not. But even if one corporation is gonna own the world, there's still gonna be those hustlers that are going to have synergies, and they are going to move, and they're gonna stand by themselves, you know, and they're gonna stand and they're gonna make a living out of it, you know, and they possibly getting, not possibly, but they're gonna get paid more than what a large corporation is gonna pay them. Now, this is the last hill that I have over here. It's going back to the bridge. You're going over 696 interstate in the Detroit metro area. Look at this. This is painful to watch, man. This hill does not end until you are in the middle of the bridge. You get to see the cars on the bottom. This thing is still being hurtful right there. Now I'm getting to the middle of it. It's getting a little bit easier to go through the state. But man, you know, that was the first time in fourth try. This is the fourth try, I think, which I tried this route, and the first time I walked twice. The second time I walked one time. Look at this over the state, over the interstate 696, Detroit metro area. One side, the other side, not much to see. Keep on going. So this is on my way back now. I think at this point I'm being successful. I did the little thing. This ride is not even 30 minutes. I used to run for an hour, regular, every other day, and I have not been running for more than the lockdown situation with the pandemic. Because I used to go to the gym. All the gyms are closed now, so I'm very, very, very out of shape. So this is a victory for a little tiny ride, man. It's crazy. So anyway, guys, what can I tell you? How are you gonna do business, you know? Get some people behind you. Get some people behind you. Think outside the box. Call me if you wanna do that. You know, get in contact with me. Do some business. This is the stoplight. This is 12th mile. This is 12th mile, and so it's a very what should I say, popular road. There's a lot of cars, a lot of traffic on this area, so I'm just going on my way back, see what I can do, try to do some cooking after this thing. Hopefully soon I can do some weightlifting with the inventory that I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna use all this stuff in the inventory. I'm just gonna get one is gonna be mine, and some other of the dumbbells, the quick select variable weight dumbbells are going to be out for sale. So, but I going to use one that is gonna be mine. That's gonna be my gym, my free weight gym at the house. So maybe next time I get to go to a different direction to ride my bike, you know, not necessarily inside the city. Maybe I pick a park or something and maybe I'll go right somewhere and get some other shots about something else, because it really kind of, I don't like too much of the traffic. I have to be waiting on the stoplight and all those things. It kind of not my favorite thing to do, you know. But you know, what can I say, guys? You know, it's about people power. It's about people power. How are you gonna stay alive, and how are you gonna keep your business going? You know, and in order to get people power, you got to get to people. You got to get to people that are industrial guys. You know, you gotta get industrial guys that are willing to do business, are willing to survive, are willing to hustle, and they're savvy enough to pick up your product lines. You know, are you married, for example? Is your spouse the greatest person ever? I remember that. I don't know if this is true or not. You know, I don't know if how true it is for everybody, but I remember watching TV. I don't even watch much TV, but certain things just come into your mind. Is that one time this was, I don't know if it was Judge Judy, or somebody else. Now I don't like her, but there was something that somebody said. I think it was her. Say, when you marry somebody, you're not getting your dream guy or your dream girl. I don't know if you guys are getting it or not, but you're also getting a person that has certain faults, and you are going to make it work. When you partner yourself with somebody, you may not get your dream guy, but you are going to get, or at least you must get, the guy that you're gonna have the most success with. And the guy who you're gonna have the most success with is not good enough for you, then, you know. But a way to be successful is just to pick up the people, man. Synergy. That's the way to go. That's the way to go, and to pick up the hustlers. So that's my advice, and that's my offering too. You know, that's my people. That's who I am as well. I think, or I hope anyway, or I try to be. I think I'm savvy enough to pick up a lot of stuff. I think a lot of people are savvy enough to pick up a lot of stuff. I never say something is too complicated. I don't know why. You know, I never think of something too complicated. I think everybody always has something to learn. You know, I maybe I'm smart. I don't know how smart I am, or not too smart, but I just don't get impressed by anything that is complicated. How complicated is complicated? Can you show it? I mean, I think I can explain it to somebody, you know. So anyway, guys, that's the deal, you know. I think I'm about the end of my race over here. I'm pretty tired. My legs are burning, and I'm thinking about doing this again. Maybe a different setting, but I'm about to die over here, and hopefully I get to have a good night's sleep too. It's not funny, but hopefully I get to. I just want my pants to fit better. Being totally out of shape, no exercise, it's painful. Business-wise, it's going okay, but I want more synergy. I want to expand it, and I want more people. More people. I got to get people, and I think you do too. Um, look at this road. Man, I think it's getting to the end of the road over here, and I think I'm going to see you guys next time. So I think I'm gonna go to sleep. You guys have a good night. See you later.